What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. I just saw this on my feed and thought it looked interesting, but Jeff Teague breaks down the lost art of moving without the ball in today's generation. 520 Film Room. Go like, go subscribe. Just came out yesterday. I thought this might be interesting.
Next, I want to talk about the lost art of playing without the ball.
I'm probably not the best.
Me either.
But
Oh.
y'all
Okay, now you got nothing to add?
know basketball.
Yeah.
Do y'all think the rise of isolation has made young players worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I only say that because everybody wants to be an isolation player.
Yes.
At the highest of levels, how many isolation players are on the team?
Let me say something about what Jeff just said. Like
2 or
what you
3?
just saying. If not to say be a role player in high school, but if you learn how, like Brad Beal was a star on his team, but he almost played the game without the ball, cutting, hitting open shots. That's an easier transition into the NBA, even though he
translates.
still was a star in the league.
Yeah.
But that just translates better than somebody who need the ball to dominate the ball, because that's probably not going to happen for most people, bro. It's just not realistic.
Devin Booker, he learned how to play without the basketball early, but you can tell he was trained by a professional. His dad was a professional. You can tell he learned these things. Like, we grew up pass first. I grew up a pass first player, but I always had the ball in my hand. So when it came to not having the ball, I didn't move well without the ball, and it affected me. I couldn't score as good as I got older.
You remember us breaking down that coaching clinic the other day, the Australian one, and you saw what they are training those girls to do at the elite top level is like very rarely having the ball in their hand. Like, the ball just does not stick in their hand. You don't get to ISO. You don't get to do the ball. Got to move, ball movement, player movement. They're all elite at doing catch, one dribble, finish, catch, one dribble, kick out, catch, 1-2 dribble, step back, one dribble, swing to the swing into the post for a layup. Like, they're elite at doing these things quickly, and it's creating like high percentage opportunities often. Now, in America, we typically just grow up. If you're the best player on the team, you have the ball in your hands the most. I've spoken about this a lot. Then you go up to high school. Now you have the ball in your hands the most if you're the best player. Then you go to college. Then you got, like, everything is just whoever the best player is keeps developing most because they have the ball in their hands. But we're not really teaching players to play without the ball and to move the ball and to create closeouts and that sort of stuff. And that's what it's like our gift and our curse. Here in America, we create the best individual talent, but not because of something we're actively doing. It just happens to happen because the way our system is set up. Kind of like what we were just watching the skills training. Whenever we watch skills trainer stuff, it's always what do you do with the ball? But skills training and what you do with the ball is just such a small part of this success at elite levels that it's like we need to focus more on the team aspect. The individual stuff can be sprinkled in little by little, but that we actually put way too much emphasis on that, and only a few players get to really benefit from it.
I got to college, I became a 2-guard, so moving out the ball became my thing. But if you learn how to play with, like he said, like Brad Beal knew that, the game became so easy because he went to.
What if you're new? Would a shooting coach help you? No, it could. It could, but what's going to help you the most, especially if you're new, is just shooting the ball more.
Was a Florida team with older players. And they were just like, oh, we can just plug him and play because he only need the ball. He'll cut, he'll move around, he had success. A person like me and Marcus is tough because, hey, give me that. Hey, this is how I'm effective. Give me the ball. And now you limit yourself. Like,
You'll find yourself saying, give me the pick, I need the ball.
And
Like,
that's-
you don't want to play like that. You want to be able to do everything.
and all of a sudden now you need the ball so much that you're not effective no other way. So what do I need you for if you can't affect the game unless you got the ball? We might as well sub somebody else that can do some other things.
Yeah.
Especially if I got somebody else on the floor that's better with the ball in their hand, or they playing better at the moment with the ball in their
When
hand.
you going to Kentucky and Wake Forest and it's 5-star, that's 6'9", and everybody need the ball, so you have to figure it out.
Like, shout out to Steph Curry. He made it cool to move without the ball.
Facts.
Like, if you really go watch Steph Curry, he don't have the ball a long time.
I'm about to cue it up for you, sir.
Yeah, he moved without the basketball, and a lot of kids don't understand. Like, they just see him shoot from half court and stuff, but moving without the ball is what makes Steph Curry so special. He gets so many backdoor layups and wide open threes from moving.
One thing I wish 520 would do better, I wish we could see the stuff they're looking at. They always bring stuff up on the screen, but we can't see. Like, y'all get you a little switch that we can see. If you guys just want to talk, you can take the picture off. You should have a little button that brings up what y'all are looking at on the screen. It's not that difficult.
It's crazy.
So I got to tell it too.
Let's see. Do they have that now? They don't have it on the. Oh, they're getting there. They getting there.
Tapes.
Oh, it's edited.
Obviously, this is one extreme. You know, I said probably the best off-ball player, one of the best off-ball players we ever gonna see. So this is an extreme, but I just want to get y'all.
But people
opinion
don't.
on
Yeah, I think this is edited in afterwards. But y'all can get you a scene switcher. Y'all got
People
this. Y'all
don't
can do
realize this is what makes him great. Moving without the ball. He literally did this his whole life. College, same thing.
Right here.
Man, I learned this from Steph Curry too. If you watch some of my highlights, it's me like trying to score and I can't. And I just pass it and then I sprint back off of a screen and I get the ball back and then go try to score again. It's like, it's a cheat code, man. It's super cheat code.
Or him. And that's why, watching high school, we played a kid named Luke Ertl, and this is what he did. That's why he's going to be a good player at Purdue. Just move without the ball.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a crossover. Yeah, like,
He turned the man around.
yeah, like when he do stuff like that, he start running around.
Damn.
He get more
action.
layups from cutting than anybody I ever seen in my life.
This shit is hard to guard, bro.
Yeah.
You can't
Like-
never relax, bro.
And look, this is the thing. That was on Kawhi Leonard. You don't want to ISO on Kawhi Leonard. Like Steph Curry knows this. He's not trying to ISO Kawhi Leonard. Let's see if I can jab to the ball like I'm going off this handoff. He gets Kawhi leaning the wrong way. Let's see if I can get him on a back cut because I want to ISO Kawhi Leonard. No thanks.
No disrespect to Steph because he can dribble and stuff, but he don't really got, like, he got handles,
Yeah.
but he don't really use them. Like, I swear he don't. He do
His
this.
jump shot allows all of that.
This would make him cold.
He's in great shape, bro.
Now we're not going to disrespect Curry and act like he can't cross people. It's just more effective than I have to.
Like, if Steph is isoing you, you can guard Steph Curry. But the moment he start doing this, is where he kill you. I swear.
And he do it the whole game, bro.
The whole game. Like, look, this is where he kill you. Like, coming up the court,
Damn.
I'm good. Steph Curry,
Imagine guarding this.
this is where he kill you.
So he sets this screen. Like Steph Curry is such an underrated screener. Sets this screen for Jordan Poole. So they now you have to help on Jordan Poole for the layup, but that's what sets Curry to come off this screen from Draymond because all the defense was worried about keeping Jordan Poole from getting a layup. So he ends up with a wide open three.
Steph Curry want to ice on me, I'm good. This is where shit gets spooky right here.
You know they overplaying him on the
That's
three.
crazy.
And there was a quote. Shaq and Chuck were arguing about this, and Kenny was like, "You can't guard." Shaq would go, "I would just help on Steph. I just wouldn't let him shoot a three." And then Kenny's like, "What he's talking about? Like you can't just stop him. Like people been trying to for years, man. 15 years, no one's stopping him."
That's when it gets
That's like one of the best things about his game that he can cut so well.
It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Like, he's not an isolation player. If Steph Curry ISO,
He could be.
Granted, he got
do
handles.
it.
He got
Yeah.
game. He can carve you up.
That's not where.
But once he passed that ball, that's when the game started. Like, as soon as he throw this ball right here, Draymond get it, now the game start.
Too late. That's insane, though.
Telling
That's
you.
not even a good shot, bro.
I mean, Draymond Green is the player
Look at him. That's when
he
the
is
game
because of
started.
this.
That won. Yeah, he made Draymond a lot of money because of this, bro.
He
They was
about
perfect for
to
each other.
pass it, start running around.
That was perfect, bro.
Man, you can kill this. I'm getting nightmares. Cause
Yeah.
that's what I meant when people was like, Steph Curry gave you 40. That's how he gave me 40.
Yeah, but it's 40 is 40. And this is one thing I will say to all the kids out there watching, everyone out there watching. Don't let somebody guilt you into the way that you score or guilt you out of the way that you score. When I was young and I was in high school, so I'm half black and I'm half white, okay? But I would hit someone with a shot fake and I would do like a step through and they'd be like, "You doing all that white boy shit. You doing all that white boy shit." And it kind of discouraged me a little bit. I'm like, okay, I need to cross them to go by them. I need to hit a fadeaway. I got to do something else. It was good for me because it made me learn like multiple different ways to play. But then as I like started playing higher levels, I was doing more fundamental stuff, playing basic. And then people would say to me one time, I'm like 26 and I'm playing overseas, and people would say like, you're only scoring because you're getting screens, or you're only scoring because you're whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's basketball. What are you talking? I'm not gonna make it more difficult on myself. I can if I need to, but I'm gonna play smart basketball and make you have to deal with this. Yeah, of course I am.
It wasn't like
Deal with it.
he just came down and was like, watch out, I'm about to give you 40. No, I'm not. I don't. Nobody doing
This
that.
is
So he's like, no one's gonna come down ISO and give me 40. Yeah, but now he just cutting to the basket and getting layups. That's worse. That's worse. It's not. It wasn't ISO. It wasn't ISO 40 though. Okay, and it was an easier 40. It was probably a very high percentage 40. That's crazy. You couldn't keep him from getting easy buckets, and he didn't even have to ISO you. That's not the flex y'all think it is. Now shout out Jeff Teague and Mook. Okay, shout out them. But that's some of the narrative we got changed in America. It's okay to back cut and get layups. It's okay to set back screens and get an open three. It's okay to move without the ball.
much
Kyrie
harder.
did.
Yeah.
Like,
So
that is hard to guard.
So the other extreme I want to show y'all is obviously this.
That's just
This is the
not
best.
But this is an all-star game. This is an all-star game. Even Kyrie, majority of his buckets are triple threat buckets.
The best at this though.
So that's what I'm saying.
real. Yeah, like
As a kid, somebody asks you, y'all come to you, I want my son to play like this. I want my son to play like that.
your son don't play.
I hope you don't say your son.
Yeah, they're up. So the difference is they're up 16 points here. And this is like crunch time where, yeah, you do give your best player the ball and you ISO, because it's like if I ISO and I can take up a lot of the shot clock and I can still get a good look, like this is a winning strategy. When you're up 16 points, give it to your best player. It won't be a turnover. He's going to get a shot off. This is the best time to ISO and go one-on-one.
Just want my son to play like that.
Your son don't play.
I hope you don't say your son's playing like this.
But
Shit.
but you know people say crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the best way?
But look, this is what Kyrie does most of the time. How many dribbles was this?
But you know people say crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, caught it. He gets a screen. Straight line drive. 1, 2. 2 dribbles, right? 1 dribble to the basket. 2 to deal with the help side. So this was the gap defender. So use that second dribble to get a pound, get into his D-Wade over the top. Layup at the backboard. He just put a little extra. He could have just done a normal layup, but it's Kyrie. He just put a little extra sauce on there. But that was a very, very fundamental play.
Like Steph Curry.
This is a very fundamental
This is
play.
special.
What
It
he
just
does
looked
with
nice.
basketball, bro, you can't like
This is I can teach you how to play off the ball. I can't
can't.
teach you this shit.
you can't make
Again, ISO. Look at this ISO. Look at the shot clock. Look at this shot clock. It's 6 seconds left. So that means they were trying to play the right way. They were trying to get an easy bucket. 6 seconds left. Okay, now you got to get you a bucket. ISO, go to work. Yeah, that's crazy. But he had to make something out of nothing.
He don't know.
He don't know.
He didn't know that dude was right there.
Yeah, he
just can do this shit, bro.
I'm just reacting.
Like
That's a fundamental layup. Again, it just looks really nice because it's Kyrie. But that's a fundamental layup. It's a reverse.
Like this is crazy. Come here, John.
Like y'all just don't.
John thought he was gonna block that for real. See ya.
Again, another fundamental move. It just it's
It's
just
crazy.
a little extra sauce on there because it's Kyrie. All this is like fundamental basketball. Though.
Natural, bro. You can't
Like,
learn
yeah,
this.
we can't practice this.
Oof.
Can't learn that shit.
That's a little different right there. My bad, chat. All right, here we go. This is the first one where it's like, all right, Kyrie just being Kyrie right here.
Bro.
Double behind the back. Ew. Double behind the back. Snatch back.
So obviously,
Oh my God! Let this.
hold on, let me-
He had take
Shout out to
some.
Tayshaun.
let me-
Wait,
That's my OG. He bopped him.
that run behind the back.
See ya.
hey,
Damn.
Yeah, it's no. I ain't got nothing for that, chat. My bad. I ain't got nothing for this. These are the clips he should have started with. This is the people want to play like Kyrie. This is what they're thinking of. This isn't an all-star game. Shot clock not winding down. This is when Kyrie just does something and people go, oh, like This is how you should play. That's just Kyrie being Kyrie. That's crazy.
Damn. That's when Tayshaun said, I'm going to hang him on up.
Yeah, that'll do it. Take him on in. Yeah. Not enough. Enough of me.
I seen you home right there.
Don't make Coach let y'all think Kyrie doesn't use his bag. He's been using his bag the whole time. But I'm saying, like, that's not why the move worked most of the time. The move is working because Kyrie understands full speed directions, right? Full speed right, full speed left. And I mean, we've broken this down in a past video, so I'm not going to go too in depth, but he gets to use his bag because he does the fundamental stuff. So now everything works. Now all of his fakes are real because you have to honor all of them.
But he was just coming back from being hurt.
And
these niggas could not guard him. I watched him kill.
Coach said that's fundamental, and it's a high glass reverse lay with a shot blocker. Yeah, so you don't think reverse layups are fundamental? What I'm saying is people think it's flair. It's like when people teach step backs. People will teach you a step back and they'll be like, ooh, James Harden does a double step back, so let's do it. But it's like, no, like there is good use for a step back. There is good use for it. You could just do it the right way. Now, some people are going to have more flair. People will watch Kyrie do a reverse layup, and so they'll practice crazy reverse layups. But it's like, no, his reverse layup works because what did we talk about with Boog last night? Kyrie does this. Boom. He goes up with his left hand, so the shot blocker goes for that. And then Kyrie goes reverse. So to us, it just looks cool. But it's like, there's a reason it works. It's simple. Boom. Full speed left. If you can do full speed left hand layups, now when shot blockers are trying to block you, now they're going to go full speed to block your layup. Yeah, full speed left. Full speed left. Now Kyrie goes, ugh. Like that's why his fake worked. Most of you can't do full speed left hand layups. So shot blockers are never going to sell out because it's like, this guy can't even do a layup. So that's his moves work because he has all the fundamentals and all the layers. So he can just like, we talk about it, they're 50-50s. It's rock, paper, scissors. You just got to guess what he's doing and he can just like choose the other option.
Insane.
Yeah, bro. You just don't move. Like a lot of people don't move that way.
I watched him kill Kyrie, then he killed Dame, then he got hurt again in that game.
Double behind the back, crazy.
This is crazy. How he get through there?
Because he's just better than people.
Reverse layups are fundamental at every level. But again, this is stuff like I will teach when I coach under 12s. They need to be able. We shoot threes. We're doing reverse layups. We're doing normal layups. We're doing all the basic stuff to score the basketball. But these are all the things that people miss out because they're learning crazy plays in under 12s, or they're learning double step back. They're learning all these like weird individual moves. But it's like if you just teach all the fundamental blocks, these players, once they get to a high level, yes, they'll have their individual flair that they're going to add on.
Like turn that off, Lou. Yeah. People really practice that stuff, and you can't.
No, and that's the point I made.
Okay, they're about to get to it here. At what ages do you think a player should be able to make 7 for 10 for 3? I mean, that's probably college level. That's probably college level shooters, or your best shooters on your high school team. 7 for 10 from 3 is pretty, like, that's a really good shooter. 9 for 10 from mid-range, most people won't. That's a lot.
I just gave 2 extremes. Where do you find the middle at? If you're playing with people like this on the floor, how can you make yourself effective?
Me personally, I wouldn't advise nobody to play like this.
No.
It's only a select few people in the world. Kyrie Irving, Trey Young, these people that made $500 million playing basketball.
Right.
You got a better chance, and we saying you got a better chance to play like Steph Curry, and that sounds crazy.
Insane.
Because he's literally the best point guard ever. It sounds crazy to tell somebody you got a better chance of playing like Steph Curry than you do playing like him.
And that's on it. That's true because Curry just is so much more fundamental. Actually, no, I kind of disagree with this. They're both equally as great because Steph Curry's shooting style is something you can't just learn too.
But Steph Curry, we watched that. He didn't do one move. He just ran around, cut without the ball, and got wide open layups and jumpers. So
right hand, opposite side of the backboard, above the square, high off the glass. Yeah, but love Christ, you're probably not playing against DeAndre Jordan either, right? So a young kid, a 12-year-old doing a reverse layup is fundamental. Now, when you're 16, that reverse layup looks a little different. When you're 20, it looks a lot different. When you get to the NBA, those reverse layups, it's not just a simple this, right? But if you skipped this on a reverse layup, you'll never be able to go up and under high off the glass like Kyrie. Kyrie has just mastered the fundamental parts to where he can do all the things. Now he like mixes and matches and adds a little bit of flair on top. But it's essentially, it's a fundamental move. It's just faking with your left hand, shooting with your right hand. It's fundamental. Kyrie just adds another flair. And that's the disconnect most people have. They think this move is one thing. They think Kyrie going up like this is one thing and predetermined. It's not. It's because he can do this. And so now you got to jump and guard that. And then he can also do this. And now he just adds them together. And then he just has flair to where, oh, I'm just going to put extra spin on it just because I want to jelly layup instead of a normal reverse layup. Just added difficulty, added style points. That's the Kyrie effect, right? So people will practice the Kyrie effect, but it's like, you can't even do a normal reverse layup. What are you doing?
You got a better chance of playing like Steph Curry than you do with Kyrie Irving. Facts, for sure.
I mean, it's all the time we say stuff like
it's the truth.
Cutting, screening. Kids don't want to hear stuff like that. Relocating, offensive rebounding, even simple stuff as even point guards. I know Chewy used to tell us a lot. Touch the paint.
Yeah.
Draw two.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that that's what basketball is.
I be begging people to touch the paint, bro.
Yeah, like,
kids, please.
That's what basketball is.
Get past people and touch the paint, bro.
That's crazy.
So again, what's harder to teach? Scoring or teaching kid? Well, teaching the kid how to score or learning to play the right way?
Both. Teaching a player to be an efficient scorer is very tough to do. Teaching players to play off the ball is very difficult to do, but all of that is mainly because the coaches don't understand. The players can learn it. The players will absorb whatever you teach them, but I don't think our coaches fully understand. Again, we just did this whole thing on skills trainers. Skills trainers don't understand why the Kyrie move works or why James Harden double step back work. They don't understand why the move works. They just teach you the move. Now, when the player tries to apply it, it doesn't work. But if the coach understands why it works, the players will pick up on these things really quickly and really easily, and then they'll have success. So it's more on the coaching than it is the players.
Most people that really score, you don't have to teach them to score.
Those 7 out of 10 and 9 out of 10 is literally what you recommend players to shoot if they want to be a shooter in your own video. Yeah, right. So think about what I just said. A high school player that is probably the best shooter on your team is probably going 7 out of 10, right? 9 out of 10 as well. That's the goal. That's the goal that you should be shooting for. But people that aren't shooters, they're not making 7 out of 10. They're not making 9 out of 10. Most people won't do that. If you want to be a shooter, though, if you want to be considered a shooter, that's what you should be aiming for. That's what you should be aiming for.
Or they mostly got a knack for it.
Yeah.
Teaching kids how.
You just said what like, do you think a player should be able to make 7 out of 10? Most players can't. Most people aren't shooters. Right? Most players won't be able to go 9 out of 10 from mid-range or 7 out of 10 from 3. If you want to be a shooter, you should be able to do that. So I just see too many players walking around calling themselves shooters, and we've had this statistical conversation over the last few days in the 1v1 community. People call themselves shooters all the time. I'm like, this dude is going 2 for 12. It's not a shooter to me. That's not a shooter to me.
To play the right way. A lot of kids don't know how to play basketball no more. They think you just go out there and try to score. They don't know when to cut. They don't know when to be in help side. They don't know how to get other people open. The game is just not as smart as it once was. So I think teaching people the game is a lot tougher.
I think it comes from like kids not, to be honest, like I know I hear a lot of people say it, but it's the truth. Like kids not playing outside with like older people.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
When I was younger, we used to go play with my older brother or my dad, and they would always make you cut. Like, stay there or help, or they'll tell you what to do on the court. And now people go hoop, and they just kind of play with their friends, and they just try to ISO each other and do whatever they was doing. But when I was younger, to play, we had to play with the older people, and they made you do all that stuff. Like, hey, cut, go back door. If somebody overplaying you, go back door. Just natural.
I mean, but this is just coaching. Again, this is coaching in a different way.
Stuff that you started learning and picking up. And granted, when I got with my friends, I dribbled the ball the whole time and I did moves and all that stuff. But when I played with older people, so it was easy to transition when I got to college because now I had some older people with me telling me, hey, you got to cut, you got to do this stuff again.
Even in open gym, there's nothing worse than when you're in a gym full of pros and there's a couple of young guys. The young guys always just come in, shoot crazy shots. They don't really know how to play. You be like, bro, we ain't doing that. You got to talk to them, teach them. We ain't doing that shit. The older players know how to play the game way better.
Young guys not playing hard, not getting back on defense when they playing with pros. Like I said, shooting bullshit. Like, where'd you learn this shit? Yeah,
I used to go play with Jeff and them at Pike. I ain't really do that shit. Like, I knew I was the youngest guy in the gym, so I'm like, shit, let me pick my spots. Let me try to play hard. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy when I go to the gym now. Not saying I'm Steph Curry, but that's how I play. I be running around setting back screens, cutting. I'm like, what the hell? When I become this guy? But
it's the
IQ,
easiest
man.
way
To play.
It's the shit you do when your body don't move the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Like, it's fundamental shit. Yeah. I started playing like that at 23.
Yeah.
All right, I think they're done. That was a good combo though. I like this. I like hearing pros or you know guys at a certain level or certain understanding of the game talk about like how they view things. Because I disagree with some of it. I agree with other parts, but at the end of the day, like, I really do think it falls back on the coaching. Yes, as a kid, playing with older players or playing with the adults was good, but it was because what they're talking about. It's because of the coaching you get. You're dealing with physicality. They wouldn't let you just take over and be the man. You had to go sit in the corner. You had to rebound. You had to play hard. But you're getting coached by the older players. But you can still get that environment if you do have a good coach or a good leader in the community. They can still do open gym and they can be pointing that stuff out from the sideline. And that's kind of what those like Rico Hines runs are. That's kind of what some of these other open gym runs are. It's like you got a pro trainer or a pro coach that's kind of like, we're working on, like, you guys can play, but here's kind of the rules and here's what we're working on. And whenever you get knuckleheads in there, like we saw the Hezzy God thing with the Guard Whisperer, Hezzy God is just posting all of his ISO 1v1 bag work. And these are all the pros that Teague are sitting here talking about, like, man, we're trying to get some like back cuts and some like paint touches and some kickouts and play the right way. Meanwhile, you get guys like Hezzy God, like, where's my highlights? So yeah, interesting combo. What'd you guys think about that? So for example, I want to study Kyrie because he is my height and I want to implement my style on my game. What should be my approach? 5 to first master fundamentals. The way that I recommend people watch players and learn, take a move that Kyrie does. Take one thing that Kyrie does and dissect it and understand it and learn why it works, when to use it, practice it, add it to your game. That is the fun part of basketball. Go look at a player that you like and steal something from them. But you need to understand why it works, dissect it fully, and then study. But what most people do is they see Kyrie and they see him do that double behind the back that we just saw, double behind the back, and he splits the pick and roll and then he goes up and under for a layup. He just did like seven different things in that one scenario, and people will try to add all of that into their game. Okay, I'm going to practice. So I got to go boom, boom, double behind the back, split the screen, up and under. You're going to go try to practice all of that whole sequence. It's not an efficient way to add stuff to your game. Kyrie athletic as hell. That's another thing people forget. Kyrie's quickness and speed is definitely underrated, but like he plays very vertical too. Kyrie can hang in the air forever. If you watch his pre-draft workout, I can't remember who he was training with, but one of the things Kyrie did, the drill, I took this drill and started using it when I was in college and overseas, and it's a tough drill, and Kyrie made it look easy. But you're at the basket, you start with your head under the rim, and you've got the trainer holding the ball. You run to the sideline, and then the trainer throws you the ball, and you dunk it. You run to the other sideline, trainer throws you the ball, you dunk it. You got to get 10 dunks in a row. And Kyrie was doing that either before Duke or maybe this was before going to the NBA. I can't remember, but I think this was before going to Duke. But when I saw that workout, I was like, wait, what? Kyrie is just dunking that easy? And then so I started trying it. I couldn't do it at first.